Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the channel. My name is Logan, aka the Army Vet Trucker. If it's your first time here to the channel, I am an extra board line haul truck driver for a company called ABF Freight. Today we are here in the terminal at Dallas, and we are dispatched out heading to the Rio Grande Valley. Our terminal down there is in Mercedes, Texas. It's kind of near McAllen area, Weslaco. Pretty good run here, about 550 miles, give or take. Getting us all departed out here. Should be all set. Just waiting for our light to turn here. But yeah, it's a pretty good little turn down there. I mean, lay down run. We'll go down there. We stay in the La Quinta Hotel down there, and it's one of our smaller terminals that we do take the tractor to. So once we get down there to the terminal, we'll pull in. They'll probably be dark. It has us getting there probably around 9:30 p.m. And we'll get down there to that terminal. We'll drop this set that we have today and hightail it over to the hotel. And I'll give you guys a look-see there. It's a pretty standard experience. La Quinta, it's a newer one, so it's not too bad. I'll try to give you guys a little bit more to see, but this is a pretty cut and dry example of a majority of our runs is just come in to work, get your truck, and head straight from point A to point B. Not much in between. Sometimes we are able to get some dropping hooks in between, keep us on our feet, but for a good majority of the time, it's all these A to B runs where we don't really make any stops in between. I know it's a little bit over 8 hours for this drive. It'll probably be more closer to 9 hours total drive time, and then so we'll have to take our 30-minute break. I'm not really sure where I'll take it at. Maybe around Austin or San Antonio at a rest stop somewhere. I got a sandwich and everything that I'll just eat for lunch on the drive. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna get out on the highway here, get out on Loop 12 south down to 20, and then shoot over to 35, and then we'll be on 35 all the way. Sometimes whenever it's all backed up in Austin and Waco and all that, sometimes it'll reroute me at Waco on 77, and I honestly prefer that route. I might actually go that way today, depending on how it looks. It's a little bit more low speed, I guess. You know, we're never in a hurry. I'm not time critical or anything, so it might be a little bit longer miles and hours wise, but it gets us away from all the traffic and all the you know, the cities. It's a little bit nicer of a drive, but we'll see what happens, and if anything crazy does happen, I'll make sure to fill you guys in, and if not, then I'll see you guys down in the valley. Alrighty guys, I'm sure you've probably noticed from the time lapse that I did decide to take 77. We came into Waco and it was a complete crap show. I don't know who was in charge of making that decision to decide to rebuild all of Waco's roads all at one time, but whoever that is needs to get fired because it's a mess. But I figured that Austin and San Antonio would be the same way, so I decided to just go ahead and get off on 77. We came down here. We just went through LaGrange, LaGrange, I don't know, and then the next town up, Schulenburg, and it's two towns right in a row that kind of go back to one of the videos I was talking about in the past with Google Maps. Google Maps doesn't care if you're in a truck. It thinks you're in a car, so it's going to send you the way the cars would go, and that's not really the best option here through LaGrange and Schulenburg, because I'm sure this highway here, Highway 77, its alignment is over 100 years old, and you know, it hasn't really aged well when it comes to these big trucks. And there's a big hill right after you cross over the Colorado River in LaGrange, and like I said, it's just not ideal. There is a truck route that you can bypass. Trucks aren't off limit to go that way, but it's recommended that you don't go that way. So I always just take the bypass. It doesn't take longer, a few more minutes to get around. And then Schulenburg's the same way, the next town up. They've got an underpass right there in downtown. The highway goes right through the middle of town, and there's a railroad that goes through town as well, and you got to go right under it, and that underpass is exactly 13.6. And I've went under it before with no issues, but it'll make your hair stand up. So after that first time, I just take the little spur route that takes 2 minutes to detour and go on a spur route and just cross over the railroad tracks instead of go under them. So that's the way I'll go this time. And then, but anyways, we're stopped here at a rest stop off 77. We're the only ones here, so it'll be nice. I might go out to a picnic table there and eat my sandwich, and we'll get back out on the road heading down towards old Mercedes or the Valley, whatever you want to call it, and I'll catch back up with y'all later. Alrighty guys, just like that, here we are in Mercedes, Texas, here in the terminal. We just call it the Valley down here, and they are full up Saturday night, and they got all day tomorrow that they're going to be getting inbounds too. This is a very small terminal, and they get a lot of freight through here, so I don't know what they need to upgrade or something or expand, I don't know, but anyways, we had a little bit of a change of plans. Normally I stay at the La Quinta here in Mercedes, and today I called. I have a bad habit of thinking about, like, oh, you know what, I need to call the hotel and make a reservation, because it's a weird thing with ABF, with the hotels. Some terminals like Albuquerque, Dallas, Kansas City, Amarillo, they have contracts with a local hotel, and no matter what you do, every time you come into that terminal, you're always going to stay at that hotel, and they'll have a room ready for you. As soon as you walk in the door, your room key's already sitting on the counter. You just have to sign the little form, and then you go to your room. But with these dark terminals, it's a little bit different, and maybe you guys know better than I do, and you can educate me in the comments, but you usually have to call ahead with these dark terminals, and sometimes you can get away with getting into the terminal and then calling them as you come in, but other times you have to call basically when your dispatch starts. Like when I was leaving Dallas, I should have been calling the La Quinta to get a room. Instead, I waited until I was about 2 hours out, and I called, and they didn't have any rooms left. So I'm going to the Quality Inn. They have room for me there, so that shouldn't be any issue. It'll be just fine, and I'll show you guys the room once we get there. But anyways, here we're about to get our set dropped off here, and let's see if I can get some light going here. Alrighty. But yeah, we're gonna drop this loaded set. Normally, like I said, we drop them there on the pavement over there, but they've already got 3 trailers, 3 sets over there that are already let's see, what do we got in? I guess we're in. Oh yeah, it was one of the newer trailers. They switched it on us. Oh, and this one's nice and alright. That's that. Yeah, they switched it on us. On the older trailers, there's the high speed and the low speed for these here landing gear, and on the newer trailers it's backwards from the way that the older trailers were. I'm gonna be driving here to the hotel, so I'm gonna go ahead and stow my connections here. They don't get falling down there and tangled up in a tire or something. That. Make sure that thing doesn't mess up. Leave it in yard moves. See if it'll actually stay in yard move or not. Good. There, see, look at it. Trying to kick me over to drive. Whew. Yeah, guys, I'm about to head over to the hotel here, but before I cut off and drive over there, I wanted to mention one thing. I heard through your comments on some of the other videos that my head movement when I'm recording, it can be a little bit disorienting. And I do apologize for that. Part of the reason that might be is because of the camera I'm using. It's an older GoPro, a Hero 7 Silver. So, you know, I've been bouncing back and forth between the frame rate that I record with and exposure and stuff like that. And I do plan on eventually upgrading to a new camera. If there's enough interest in the channel to warrant the upgrade to the new camera, then I'll definitely do it by all means. But I'm still trying to kind of probe it out and see how it's going with it and everything. But with all that being said, guys, I'm gonna head over to the hotel and I'll chime back in with you guys once we're over there, and I'll give you guys a look-see at the room we're gonna be staying here. I've never stayed at the Quality Inn here, so I'll be seeing it for the first time just like you guys. But we'll see you here in a little bit. Alrighty, guys, just like that, here we are at the hotel here in Mercedes, Quality Inn. Like I said earlier, I've never been to this hotel before, so it's pretty nice. I've already got some of my stuff all sprawled out already, so you'll have to excuse the mess, but it's pretty interesting. We got a dining table in here, pretty rare for the hotel. We got tile floor and a ceiling fan up there, pretty nice. Can't complain about that. I've already actually got my computer all set up here. I've started to edit the videos a little bit and should be able to get this thing wrapped up here pretty quick. And I guess it's pretty nice here. We got a desk, chair's pretty nice, 2 beds in here, and got a phone over there, and I'll probably be unpacking my cooler here in a second. The fridge here is large, very large, but it's deceiving because it does not have a freezer. What the heck? That's all right though. We got a microwave and everything, and we'll go in here and check out the bathroom here. Got a toilet, pretty standard. This one has a lid. Towels. Shower, pretty standard here. Hopefully it's got pretty good hot water pressure. I'm gonna be testing it out here in a second, but that's pretty much it, guys. This is gonna be a wrap to this video. If you enjoyed it, you know what to do. Drop a like down below. If the content is interesting to you and you'd like to see future content, then feel free to subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions or concerns or feedback you'd like to offer up, feel free to drop a comment down below, or if you'd like to discuss it more on a private basis, my email is also in the description, so feel free to send me a message over there as well. With all that being said, guys, I'm going to wrap it up here, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.